So it's summer of 2022 and I'm at Bluecoat's spring training. We just finished what's called brass block and it's really hot outside and it was the longest block ever. And just like normal, I'm doing my little warm down called stamp. Kind of like into the pedal register like that. And I sort of realized on this specific day, I'm the only person here warming down. And so one of my buddies in the trumpet section, he comes up to me and he goes, "How do you play those pedal notes so loud?" I think is what he said. And this is something that I've had like a good amount of specifically like lead guys ask me, and I'm like, I just play them every day when I warm down. Most people don't do this because they don't really see the utility in it, but there's a few reasons why pedal notes are very useful. So there's basically two types of pedal notes. There's normal pedal notes, and then there's the double pedals. First, let's start with normal pedals. So believe it or not, I actually find the normal pedals to be very useful for finding like your most relaxed embouchure to use everywhere else on the instrument. Obviously, if you watch me play them, I do change quite a bit and quite a bit more than I want to and that I have in the past. But realistically, the sort of sensation that you're getting when you're playing down there is really similar to what we should be trying to get in the rest of the trumpet register. So if you're able to start connecting the pedal register to your normal register, it's really hard to really expand it, but if you're able to start doing that, you'll notice that you have such a more consistent way of playing the instrument. Another thing that these pedal notes are extremely useful for is warming down every single day, which is also a great time to learn how to do pedals in the first place. Personally, I learned by doing the stamp exercise like I showed you, starting on a middle G. And then you kind of descend chromatically to F sharp, to F is when the pedals really start. So every time I would warm down for the day, I would go through this series all the way down to the pedal C. Whether or not some of these notes actually come out, the goal is to change as little as possible. I think if you do these at the end of every single day, you'll notice that your normal tone is so much more easy and resonant. And so I don't know why there's anybody who doesn't at least have some sort of pedals in their playing, especially during their warm down routine. Next is the double pedals, which is a little bit trickier to talk about. I find these most useful for if you're in the middle of a practice session and you're kind of playing high notes and you're like, oh, I'm just kind of shot right now. Immediately, and just kind of, it might take a while to get loose at first, but just playing down there for a minute or two will kind of reset your chops, which I find really useful when you're getting really tired when you're practicing. Now the way you get down to the pedal register is actually extremely simple. For me, when I discovered it, it was a matter of playing a low G, relaxing a little bit of the lips, and just letting go of my fingers. And then you'll just press the valves down to go lower. And so no matter what mouthpiece you're playing on, I think that learning how to play these pedal notes can be extremely useful to your development as an overall player and musician. And plus you get to do cool stuff like this. It's really hard to do that in tune. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, but keep in mind, this is something that kind of takes trial and error on your own to figure out, but there are certain things that will absolutely help people universally. So I'll see you guys in the next video.